Good morning traders and welcome to today's live trading. Today is the 27th of September. It's a Thursday as usual and we are on the FTSE 100. So just to quickly run you through my analysis for today, you can see we've got a band currently just around the 7500 level and another one marked in a little bit above around the 7535 level. I do have some other bands marked in above and below, but it's probably unlikely that we're going to get to those today. So I haven't, coloured them in and marked them up properly. If price does look like it's going to move to one of them, then obviously I'll do that as the day progresses. Immediate trade setups, I don't really have any. Obviously we're sitting below this band currently. If I show you quickly the 1 hour, you can see we were sat in the red line just below this band. Make this a little bit bigger, and over the last sort of day or so we have held up really well at this level actually. So I would need to see, if we go back to the 5 minute, a decent what looks to be decent selling come in at the band above. I think ideally what I'd like to see is price come up into the band, maybe test the top of it, and then look to sell away, maybe down to this red line. That would give us, going up 20 points space there, whereby price doesn't really have any support up until this point. It just makes the trade a little bit safer. Failing that, obviously if we start to move up and break up, there's not a ton of room between these two bands. So I think what would be more likely is if price made it all the way up to the band above and I look to just sell back down to the band below from there. I think it's going to be unlikely that we get a break above, a retest and go, but you never know, it could happen. But yeah, that's basically what I'm looking at this morning. Like I say, nothing immediately, but I'll get ready to start watching. We're a couple of minutes to the open, and I'll update you a little bit later on. So just a quick update, it's just gone 10 to 9. We did get that move up that I was talking about just before the open. It's come right up into the top of the band. We did get this signal candle, but I wasn't really happy taking this for basically this reason. Breaking above this little high here, and obviously the potential support that was there, married with obviously the momentum of the move up. So what I was hoping for was some form of double top. I thought this candle was going to be it, but the wick on it, the lower wick on it's not fantastic. There's quite a lot of rejection on that lower wick. So yeah, I just haven't been able to take anything so far. This did spike the interest, like I say, but it's just not enough to warrant taking a trade. And I think if this had closed near its lows, then I would have definitely been interested. And like I said this morning, looking towards this red line around 7488. But yeah, it's just not happened as of yet. So there's not really much to do. It's a bit frustrating because you've got the movement you wanted, but not the patterns that you wanted. So that's kind of where you get tested. Sorry, because you're almost there. You've especially when you've sort of said this is what I want to see, and we've pretty much seen what I wanted to see, just not the one candle that I needed to see to get me into this move. Oh well, if it does come down, then so be it. I don't know where we'd go from there. Like I say, it's quite a distance. This is the next band down, 7440. It would depend how it would react at this level that it's struggled at for a little bit. But I'll keep watching and I'll update you a bit later on. Okay, so I'm just going to put a buy signal above this candle here. So a high is 14.3. I want to be in at 15.5. Submit. That's that order in. And we've been instantly filled, which is good to see. So I can bring that ticket across in a second. So just to run you through this trade really, we although I said it was probably unlikely, we have actually broken up above this band, not quite got to the band above, reacted from sort of yesterday's highest point up here, and come back down into the band below and just reacted here. Now this is an engulfing candle. Some people like to use engulfing candles that engulf just the previous candle, or the previous 3 candles, 5 candles, 10 candles, whatever. For me, this is a good enough engulfing candle because of the level that it's happened at. If this just happened at a level that was in the middle of nowhere, then it wouldn't really mean anything to me. But because of the level that it's at, we've come down into just the top of this band here where the support is. You can see the wicks from earlier where the likely high activity areas are, and we've seen good buying come in. So we've had this pullback, good buying come in, and now I'm looking to see if we can get a continuation of this buying up into the band above. So we are looking at around about 8-9 points stop. We're about 12 points up to the next band. So the risk reward is pretty good. I mean, it's nothing outstanding obviously, but it's good enough to take the trade. The pattern's good. We got nice upward movement. It's just about whether we can get up there now. So yeah, I'll bring the ticket across so you can see how it's getting on. As usual, stops a few points below this excuse me, signal candle, so I'll pop that in, and I'll check back in with you later on. Well, I never thought it was actually going to get up here, but finally we're up at 12 points. I'm going to close it there. That was a tough old trade. Obviously we got back, we got into the trade back here following the pin bar, I think it was. Sorry, it was following the engulfing candle. And then we thought about moving, finally had that move up. We came so close to reaching this upper band, so close. I had everything recorded, the recording was all ready to go, me ready to close the trade, and it just never spiked up into the band, annoyingly. I know usually I would aim for just below the band, but just because of the 8-9 points risk to come out at 9 points for 1-to-1, I was just looking for literally a couple of points spike into the band, which we got eventually. Just to exit to make the risk to reward good, but that nearly cost me because as you can see, it rolled right over. I think it came to about 4 or 5 points down in the end. It was never really looked like coming towards a stop. Obviously we had this level to get past still, and it did bounce again from there. But yeah, I fully expected to do what it's doing now the first time. I didn't think we'd get this reaction for a second time from this level really, but there you are. But yeah, trade complete. I probably didn't record enough in between the trades to demonstrate it, but that's quite a difficult trade to watch because of the the roller coaster ride that it gives you to get towards the profit target. But you've just got to look at it in like black and white terms. Is it at my profit target yet? No. Okay. Then I wait. And if it starts coming down, it starts coming down. Don't get panicked or annoyed that you didn't take the profit when it was there, because how are you supposed to know that that's as high as it was going to go at that point? You have no idea. We're literally playing probabilities, and for me, I wanted to get out in the band. That gives me the greatest, not the greatest, a good risk to reward ratio, and there's my rules. So if it hasn't got there, I'm just going to wait. It doesn't matter what it does in between either getting to my target or stopping me out. You've just got to sort of push all that noise to the side or blot it out. Go make a drink, go have something to eat, read a book, whatever. Don't let the oscillating price movement scare you out of positions or stress you out. You don't want to be sat here getting really annoyed or anxious or whatever. Nobody needs that. So if you're finding that that's what's happening within trades specifically like that, because that would when I first got into trading, that would drive me mad. I wouldn't know how to cope with that. Missing my profit target by 2 points and then rolling over, going past break even. I'd be pulling my hair out. The computer would be out the window. You've just got to find mechanisms that work for you to deal with stuff like this. And for me, really, it's just been, I guess, practice. The more times you do this, the more times you realise, actually, I don't really care what price does. After I get into a trade, it's either going to stop me out or it's going to hit my, get to the level where I want to take profits. What it does in the meantime between there, what does that matter to me? It doesn't. So yeah, that's pretty much the approach I take with it now. And I'm not saying that was easily come by, and I'm not saying some days you can't look at it and go, why didn't I exit there this time? Or, of course, everybody's human and we all do daft things from time to time, but yeah, if you can stick to your plan as well as you can, and not get too emotional when you're in these trades, then you'll do much better. And like I say, don't expect to be not making mistakes from the start. Just try to get better each time, or month on month. Evaluate how you did this month, and then try to do a little bit better next month, and then a little bit better next month. There's no rush. As long as you're trying to get better, then things are going to get better. But as always, I hope you've taken something away from the video. I hope that was helpful. I think we finished 12 points up today. I'm absolutely starving. We've got no food in. I'm going to have to finish here and go get some food. But yeah, like I said, thank you for watching. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing. If you did enjoy, please do think about leaving a like on the video. And I'll see you next week.